Hi, today we are in conversation with Ashish Dhawan, who's a founder of Central Square Foundation. Thank you so much, sir, for speaking with us. At the outset, I'd like to know what are the activities Central Square Foundation is involved in?
Central Square Foundation only focuses on school education. We fund projects, we do research, and we also do a lot of work with government, advocacy, but also projects with government.
Okay. How has the government helped you to streamline the funds correctly from the CSR, from the corporates, and of course the CSR wing of the government itself?
Yeah, so I think government, because I work quite a bit with government, is very interested in getting CSR involved in areas that are going to improve the quality of school education.
Okay.
In fact, one of the things we are trying to work on is to build some kind of portal which matches projects that are NGOs are doing with state governments with CSR.
We see a lot of funds coming in, but how much of it really does translate to the last mile, in terms of the funds and capacity building, the quality of education that, even the budget focused on? What do you have to say?
So look, there was a massive surge in money coming in. So clearly there are going to be some teething problems. And I think the big issue is it's not that the money is needed. It's not that it's not needed. It's just that NGOs will take some time to absorb it.
Okay.
It really throws up a need for capacity to be built in the sector. There's a real need to build the human capability in the sector, particularly a pipeline of next-gen leaders and managers for the NGO sector.
Okay. Can you tell me which are the sectors at present that are lacking attention when you're the person who deals with the people at the grassroots level?
Sure.
What is it that corporates still need to give attention to that's lacking at present?
Yeah, I think corporates really need to pay attention to talent
Okay.
and to measurement and evaluation. So I think talent is the biggest pain point in this sector. And remember, this is a sector where most NGOs are operating with 50 lakh, 1 crore budgets.
Okay.
There were some mega NGOs like Akshay Patra and Pratham, but the vast majority are smaller NGOs. With CSR money coming in, there's a huge surge in the budgets of entrepreneurs who are more capable of convincing corporates that they're running good programs. But I think the real challenge is the next line of leadership.
Okay.
In a company, when you support a company, you always look at not just the founder of the company, but you also look at who are the 5-6 key people this person has with them.
Okay.
That's missing in the NGO sector to a great extent.
So you're saying the people in the decision-making body, they are the ones who kind of need to focus more on it. How it's mainly the give and take of money where there's a certain amount of percentage that needs to go to them. How is it that we can implement more of the creating shared value concept? We usually have the give and take, something I do want is yours. How can we bring the sharing value concept?
Look, I'm not convinced that we should do only shared value stuff. Okay? Shared value suggests that everything should somehow be connected to your business. I sometimes think that, education is not connected with most companies' business.
Okay.
But education is one of the most important areas in India. And companies should be comfortable saying, I'm very happy giving money to these 10 organizations because I think they're capable. The way I've built the capacity of my internal team members, I will help build their capacity. And so I'll work on that basis.
Do you believe in the trickle-down theory where everything does reach the last mile?
Well, in India, trickle down has not worked.
Okay.
But I do think now with this whole digital infrastructure that we're building, we are going to be able to get more resources directly to the beneficiary.
Okay.
And I do think there is eventually a trickle down. I mean, if you look in India, as the country has grown, the next level segment has definitely found jobs and starting to progress. There's obviously a very large deprived segment who hasn't benefited as much. But I think history shows you it's the passage of time that will get you there. And things like JAM and other direct DBT schemes will help accelerate that.
Okay. Could you tell me very briefly what is CSR to you?
CSR to me is an inflection point in the social sector. It's a massive inflection point where now we can have an organized social sector. Not-for-profit 2.0 will emerge, where it'll be outcomes focused, where you'll have strong leadership, systems and processes, and succession planning, which didn't exist in version 1.0 of the not-for-profit era.
Thank you so much, sir, for speaking to the CSR Journal.
Thanks so much.